victory on EA Sports. And all eyes are on the reigning MVP, Aaron Rodgers. Your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Packers and the Eagles on Sunday night.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia. Playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback, now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Hurts. Now this one complete to Smith. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way now in his 18th year in the National Football League.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up first and 10 right at the 30. The man in motion is Brown. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Throwing now is Rodgers. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. That's taken in by Watson. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. 3rd and 3. Rodgers now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful weapon isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So the opening drive stalls out, but the field goal does get him the first points of the night.
And 3 points, not to be underestimated. How about this, right? You're on the road, you're under the lights, national television audience. This is not a dress rehearsal, partner. This is for real. And a pretty nice opening statement.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. It'll be Sanders. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders and the Philly offense. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On play action. Now Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Doubs, his 11th touchdown on the year. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now, and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground here at Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. Left side here to Sanders. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. Well, They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start with a handoff to Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Hurts sets up to throw it. This to the sideline and nearly intercepted. Oh, he had that in his grasp. Couldn't get it. Instead, it'll bring up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to air one out. He's got a man. Complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there. Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards. They went zooming past that number there. 2nd and 5 now. Hurts. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now 2nd quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Middle of the field, he finds Pascal. And he's brought down. Sanders into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Sanders again. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make it 24-7. That time a 9-play drive. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it. Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one. And I was reminded, like this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. On play action, it's Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This will be caught once again by Brown. And he's brought down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. And for Aaron Rodgers, he's got a lot of footballs on his mantle from all his accolades, but maybe that's another one he wants to keep. He just went over 60,000 career passing. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Crosby with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. Back to throw here. And Pascal's got it. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And this one is incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And into the end zone, it's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Now Crosby for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. From the 6. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick 6.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this is caught by Watkins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Again, that's Watkins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 31-yard line. An option handoff given to Sanders. An agile move and a nice gain, then dropped at the 25-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Come on.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. But first down, Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 2nd and 5. Back to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Rodgers going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. To throw is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. So we've come to halftime here with a visiting Pack past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Over the middle, complete. That's Jones. And, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll get a few yards here to the 34. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Watkins. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Play action. Here's Hurts. Packer pressure, and down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. From the gun, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that. But when you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Out to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's Rodgers. Got a man. It's Brown. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Snap comes at 1. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that is incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Rodgers now to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down, that leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Brown, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the 6. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Facing a big 4th quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Hey, check, Packer, roll.
On 1st and 10. It's Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Ready? Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been out playing all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he returns this to the 22. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And he'll get this just across the 25-yard line. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here is stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball. You often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. To throw, it's Rodgers. His throw incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Rodgers looking to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Green Bay, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.